Hey guys, I am here today with a kind of a requested video. I think it was June Bay. I don't remember. I could be totally wrong. I should have looked, but someone requested a long time ago kind of healthier foods because I had done my like hummus and veggies video, so I kind of have another veggies video for you today. This is just from Sendix, which is a little grocery store by my house. And I have a carrot and celery stick cup with some dip. It was $2.50 for all this. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be having today. So this is some crunchy sounds for you guys. There's the dip. And let's just get into this here. Oh man, they're like really packed in there. Holy cow. There we go. I'm trying to decide in my head right now if I want to talk or just make this mostly eating sounds. Man, these are packed in here. I do really love celery with dip. This is like a dill dip. My husband is in the basement doing some dictations right now. I told him I was making a video. He's like, don't worry, I won't come upstairs. I'm going to be down there for a while. I don't care. There was a question. I'm going to make this a talking video. There was a question during my Q&A that I did a little while back about what it was like growing up in like a multiracial household, being that I'm half Korean, half white. And I said I would talk about it in another video. Well, here it is. So my mom was born in 1957, and she came to this country when she was 18. And when she came here, she wanted to be Americanized, you know. I feel like a lot of people of that generation coming to this country to kind of start a new life were just so goal-oriented to become westernized, you know. She married an American man, and you know, he tried to live an American lifestyle and didn't want to be different. So, you know, obviously she spoke English to him because he didn't speak Korean. And when she had my brother and I, she spoke mostly English to us because she didn't want us to feel different either. She did still speak to us in Korean. You know, we had Korean food growing up. But I think she really just didn't want us to feel different because we already looked kind of different, you know. We're half Asian. We didn't look like everybody else at school. So I think it was hard for her because she had to kind of shut that part of her life off, and you know, she didn't want to create a barrier between her and her husband and her kids and her husband if she spoke Korean to us and he didn't understand, you know. And then, yeah, when I was like 12 years old, I met my grandmother for the first time. She came from Korea. No, I was 9 when I met my grandma, my harmony, because she came here because my mom bought a Dairy Queen. She bought her own business and she needed help raising my brother and I. And so my grandmother came from Korea to help care for us, basically. And she didn't know any English. So I learned a lot of Korean from her and, you know, ate more Korean food because of her. But I remember feeling in high school and in middle school not wanting to be Korean, not wanting to have my friends over at my house because my harmony was there and she would speak Korean to me and the house would smell like kimchi or, you know, whatever it was that she was cooking. And I was like ashamed of my Korean heritage, which I'm very ashamed of now. And yeah, I think I just kind of grew out of that when I was in my mid to late 20s, I guess. And I started embracing my heritage. Nowadays, I feel like it's cool to be different, you know what I mean? Like, parents want their kids to be bilingual and trilingual. Whereas you know, my generation, you know, it was English. Like, everybody just wanted to fit in. I wish now that I would have learned Korean. I wish my mom would have spoke Korean to me growing up, because I would love to speak it to my son, but I can't. So when my mom watches him, or when she comes over, I tell her to speak Korean to him. I've thought about enrolling him in Korean classes, like when he's 3 or something, but I know the best way to learn the language is through immersion, and I can't immerse him in it because I don't speak it myself, which I'm really embarrassed of. My husband bought me a Rosetta Stone for Korean a couple years ago. I just didn't stick with it. It was around the time that we had our first baby, and so life just got crazy, and It's crazy now. It's gonna get even crazier. But if I didn't have kids, for sure I'd go and move to Korea. I'd tell my husband, like, peace, I'm out for the next 6 to 9 months. I'll send you a postcard. But yeah, it was hard for me, especially where I grew up. I grew up in a very white community. And everyone just wanted to keep up with the Joneses. Everyone was blonde hair, blue-eyed. And there I was, dark hair, dark eyes, kind of yellowish, kind of pinkish skin. Nobody really knew what I was. Are you Chinese? Are you Japanese? Are you Hawaiian? Are you Italian? Are you Mexican? I'm half Korean. My mom is 100% Korean. My dad is a mix of Norwegian, Irish, and Welsh. I did do that Ancestry.com, the DNA saliva swab, and sent it in. And surprisingly, I came back with like 7% Persian. No idea where that came from. Which is really interesting. It's from my dad's side because my mom did the DNA thing too, and she was just like straight up Asia, you know. So the Persian comes from my dad. Wow, I just plowed through that entire cup of veggies. It was really good. All done. All right, well, thanks for joining me for this little snacky snack at 9:45 at night. I am going to go change to my pajamas and wash up and probably watch some videos, some YouTube videos, catch up on this. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. Ciao.